evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the second segment of Philippines Uncut. I'm your host, Buddy Cunanan, and tonight's show is about the Czech Republic. And earlier we had Ambassador Josef Richter, the ambassador of the Czech Republic here in the Philippines. We talked all about Philippines-Czech relations and the 40th anniversary of Philippines-Czech relations, which is this year. Big year for the Czech Republic, big year for the Philippines. And as promised, we now move on to our second segment, which is about music. And joining us are two musicians from the Czech Republic. I have Jan Toloch on the cimbalom,
right,
and of course Jiří Navrat on the violin. Welcome, guys, to Philippines Uncut. And yes, this must be, I'm very proud to have you guys here because it's the first time, I think, in the history of Philippines, not just this show, but the entire Philippines, we're going to have an instrument like this played here, formally, in front of viewers, in front of the Filipino people.
right.
Okay, so let's have a short introduction first, starting with Jiří. Jiří, tell us a bit about yourself. Who is Jiří Navrat?
I'm from Opava, and I play since my 6 years.
Violin?
Yeah.
Since you were 6 years old?
Yeah, now I'm 23.
Okay.
So,
wow.
also in cymbal music from Opava.
Oh, cool. And Jan, you are now the mainstay. You are the center of this band because you're on this big thing which we're going to explain. We talked about it earlier with Ambassador Richter, but we're going to go in detail with you now. But tell us a bit about yourself first.
My name is Jan. I'm a student from Czech Republic, and I'm also a member of this Kubalovci music group. We are all together. We are 7 musicians playing. So today we are only 2, and the main or the leader of this music is actually Jiří, who is the prime leader.
All right.
And he's the head of the music. You know, he says what we are going to play and so on. So I'm actually one of the 7 parts of this band. So,
okay, so the band, you've got this instrument, you've got violins. What else do you have?
We have 3 more violins. We have viola, which is a bigger violin,
sure.
and we have
bass.
double bass.
Double bass.
Double bass, which is bigger. So we stay all around the table, or the cimbalom. He says what we are going to play.
Yes.
We just play.
When I said he was the center of attraction, I meant that, you know, this is obviously a very unique piece wherever you go. I mean, we all know what the violin is, or viola, or double bass, but this one really is a unique piece. I told Ambassador earlier that it looks like a writing table from afar, but when you come closer, then you realize it actually is a musical instrument. Now, Jan, tell us a bit about this interesting piece. I mean, I'm looking at it, and it looks like the inside of a piano. You know, I used to play the piano. I used to have a piano when I was younger, and as a kid, you always took things apart, no? And this looks like the inside of a piano. So tell us, explain.
Well, it actually works on the same basis, because in piano you have also strings, and there are those little hammers that they hit.
Sure.
They
when
hit
you press
the strings.
Key, the hammer strikes the string. Okay.
So in terms of cimbalom, I am the hammer who hits the strings, and I have these 2 sticks, and well, there are 133 strings, and they are tuned in the scale of just regular basses. It's chromatic, but sometimes there are 4 strings, and they are tuned in the same way. So in order to hit it, I have 4 strings that are tuned in. For example, this one is a C.
Now, okay. Before we go into that, what is the origin of this piece? I mean, this is an Eastern European instrument. I haven't seen this in Western Europe. Let's put it that way.
Right. It actually comes from the border between Hungary and Romania. The best pieces of cimbalom are still made in Hungary and Romania.
Yes.
And it used to be a gypsy instrument. And they used to play when they were having fun or so. And when gypsy were spreading all around Europe, they took these instruments. Actually, originally, it used to be a very small table. This developed after, and if you could see down there, there's a pedal.
Yes,
which
works with a piano.
Yes, it works in the same way.
Okay.
And before, the cymbaloms, they didn't have any pedal. It used to be only such a table that you were wearing on a string or something, and you were hitting it with the sticks.
And you step on the pedal, and what does that do?
Let's see. This is with the pedal.
Okay.
And this is without the pedal. So it works totally the same.
Like it resonates. No?
It resonates, yeah.
It resonates
it becomes
with the
longer.
pedal.
Yeah.
Exactly how a piano pedal works. Now,
that's true.
This thing looks like it's an old piece. It doesn't look like it's new. Tell us a bit about the uniqueness of this here musical instrument. Is it an old piece?
It's actually very old. Yeah, it's about 100 years old. But there are new ones, but they look in the same way. They try to copy it in the same way as they were doing it before. So it's very old. It's expensive. Actually, we had to borrow it. I don't own mine because it's very expensive.
Yes.
But we borrow it from a music school.
And your band, you guys do this full-time or part-time?
We are actually, all of us are students, and we do it as our hobby.
Wow.
So we started playing at a music school when we were students at basic school, and we started playing together. And we found out it was fun.
Where do you guys play in the Czech Republic? I mean, if it's a hobby, do you guys hold mini concerts, the shows, recitals? Where do you guys play?
We were playing at music festivals that try to keep this tradition of traditional music, so on. We also have a folklore group that is dancing. We accompany these dances, so sometimes we travel about 50 people all together, and 40 of them they are dancing, and 10 of us we are playing some music. So that's one part, and the second part is that we play by ourselves at weddings or at some special events where people want to have some music like this. So mostly it's weddings and festivals.
Why would you want to have music like this during a festival? People can dance to this music. It's very
exactly
upbeat, very lively.
Because before it used to be, now we have discos and fun like this, but before people were dancing to this kind of music, you know. So, so most of the rhythms that we are playing are easy to dance to.
And of course, when you talk about gypsy culture, you know, gypsies like to sing, they like to dance.
Exactly.
You know, it's very, you know, free flowing. You know, so
Exactly.
this kind of music and this kind of, you know, the sound it produces and you know the theatrics involved really are a show in itself.
That's true.
Okay. Now let's talk about learning to play this. How did you learn to play this? Did you take lessons? I mean, is this a very popular instrument that a lot of kids in the Czech Republic would like to say, hey, mom, hey, dad, I want to learn how to play the cimbalom?
That's true. It's actually funny because when I was very young, I had no idea what the cimbalom is. But my mom, she is a music teacher, and she said, hey, you're playing piano, and everybody plays the piano, but you will also play the cimbalom because it's original. I said, like, no, Mom, I don't know what it is. I don't want to. But she took me to a first music lesson, and there was this very old teacher, and he was so kind and so nice, and he introduced me this kind of music. It was fun. I really liked it. But then we started playing all together at a music school.
Yes.
And I really enjoyed it playing together.
And now you don't play the piano anymore. You just stick to this.
I still play the piano,
but this is now your
mostly
your
I played this. Yeah, I play piano for fun, and I played this for fun as well, of course. But we play all together at the band.
Okay, Yuri, tell me about the group. Okay, I mean, so that you guys are all really. When I say amateurs, it's not that you guys are not doing this for a living. You know, you guys are students, as Jan said, and so you guys come together, and this is more like a fun thing for you guys. How is it to manage a group like this? How do you keep it together? Like, how do you keep the energy up? And like, where do you find places to perform?
We are.
Yeah.
Where do we find?
Mostly. I don't know.
I mean, okay. For instance, how do you choose the kind of music to play?
First time I see the cymbal on our square, on our city, and I love it. And my mom took me to this, to Roman Kubala, our teacher, and I was starting with cymbal music.
And that's how it all came together. Now,
that's true.
What other instruments can you play together with this? You mentioned, I mean, pretty much all strings. Now, is it possible to have any brass with this? Some, brass instruments, wind instruments, for instance?
That's actually the fifth part of this band. Usually it's clarinet. It goes with clarinet, but some bands, they have the clarinet, some don't. And unfortunately, we didn't find any clarinet yet that would join us. But sometimes we have a friend of us that is playing cimbalom as well. And as we have only one cimbalom in the band, he plays accordion, the harmonica. So that also goes with this kind of band.
Yes.
But, yeah.
And you guys have been playing for how many years already, your group?
It's been about 10 years, more than 10 years.
So you guys started when you were young, like
yes.
really young?
Yeah, when we were young and we were growing up with each other. So we are kind of family.
And all of you are like in your early 20s already. What happens when you graduate? I mean, do you guys have younger kids who will take the places of those graduating,
Well, one graduation for us was actually at high school because, as Jirka mentioned, there was this teacher, Roman Kubala, that we took his name in our in the name of the band. and he was really great. He showed us the whole culture and all the songs. So mostly it was him who chose the repertoire, what we will play. But the graduation came when he said, okay guys, now you're mature enough, and now you need to take care of yourself by yourself. Cool. So we started playing together, and nowadays we are managing this or by each other. And Jirka or other guys, they just bring some songs, and we are trying to listen to it, find out how is the harmony and how is the melody, and we try to develop it in our way so that we can produce it and play it.
Cool. So now let's play your first. I understand you're going to play 2 pieces now. So tell us a bit the first piece quickly.
This is very. What are we going to play first?
Lakatosh.
Lakatosh, okay.
Lakatosh, what is it? It is a traditional Czech piece.
It's actually, Lakatosh is a name of a gypsy, actually.
Nice, I like it already,
So this is very mellow melody that we are usually playing at the beginning of the concerts.
Right.
When we want to keep the attract the audience, but very slowly, smoothly.
Okay.
So
Well, so this is the first one, and then you'll play something else before we close. So let's not keep the audience waiting. Let's hear Lakatosh.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Bravo, bravo. Jan, I have to say, I was looking at you play, and wow, I mean, I got lost just seeing you hit all these strings. Now, how can you tell which string is which?
It's
it's all the same to me.
It actually grows with practice, as everything, it goes with practice. It's, as I mentioned before, the order is chromatic, but it's not a rule. I don't know why, but for example, C, D, E is here, but then it continues with F, G, and B.
So you really must have incredible hand and eye coordination, because you see all these, and you have to hit them just right, because if you hit something else, then obviously it makes a different sound.
That's true.
Amazing. Now, the second piece you're going to play, and we're going to say goodbye with this piece to our audience now. What are you going to play? Let's play something fast.
Okay, this will get faster.
All right.
So the first half, it's called actually A Hore nad Polanu. And it's actually long term. The Polanu here stands for a region in Czech lands before. Now it's Czech Republic. It's Polana, and this song. Oh, it actually used to be Slovakia.
All right.
So it used to
So
be
it
Czechoslovakia.
comes from an area, all right.
It comes from the area of Slovakia, and it celebrates this region. You know, so most of the species they were celebrating these regions.
All right.
So.
Okay. So
So
guys, again, good luck here in the Philippines with your shows and stuff, and I hope you have a great time in the Philippines. And guys, I'm going to leave you now in the able hands of Jan and Yuri as they give us a special piece from Czechoslovakia and Czech Republic and Slovakia. I'm sorry,
Right.
Czech Republic and Slovakia.
That's true.
All right, so I hope you enjoyed your show on Philippines Uncut today. Join us again next week on the show where we talk about what matters to you because you guys matter the most. Take it away, Jan and Yuri.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.